Hey there, so today we are going to solve a problem involving a variation in terms of area of a rectangle. So without any further delay, let's get the ball rolling. First of all, let's express the given percentages as fractions. Knowing 25% will give us 25 over 100, we can simplify both the denominator and denominator by the same number, which is 25. We then obtain 1 over 4. Repeating the same process with 20%, we'll then obtain 1 over 5. Now that this is out of the way, we can now analyze the problem using our newly obtained fractions, which means the length of the original rectangle is going to be increased by a quarter of its original length, and its width is going to be decreased by a fifth of its original width. Let's try to picture that for a moment with a rectangle which has a length L1 and a width W1, which is our initial rectangle prior to the transformation. It is time to illustrate the final rectangle based on the information given. Right now, I need to find a quarter of the length, which means I need to divide the original length by 4 and take only one piece of it to extend it to the original length. When it comes to the width, I need to repeat the same process, only this time I will need to subtract a fifth of its original width. Now that we figured out both the length and the width of our newly obtained rectangle, let's go ahead and sketch it. In fact, let's separate these two figures and name them figure 1 and figure 2. Well, as a reminder, the area of a rectangle is obtained by multiplying its length by its width, which clearly leads us to the newly obtained formulas of A1 and A2. We need to express L2 and W2 in terms of L1 and W1. Knowing that L2 is equal to L1 plus a quarter of L1, this will lead us to L2 is equal to 5 quarters of L1. Repeating the same process, W2 is equal to W1 minus a fifth of W1, which leads us to W2 is equal to 4/5 of W1. We can now express A2 in terms of A1. Since A2 is equal to L2 times W2, we can replace the values of A2 and W2 by their respective values, which gives us 5 quarters of L1 times 4/5 of W1. By separating the numbers and the letters, we then obtain 5 quarters times 4/5 times L1 times W1. As you might notice by now, both the 5's from the numerator and the denominator simplify each other, so did the 4's. Also, L1 times W1 is A1, so the initial area A1 is equal to the final area A2, which means there is no change in area after the transformation of the initial rectangle in figure 1 into the final rectangle in figure 2. Therefore, the correct option is option D, 0%.